Hello and welcome to Sew with Christine. Here is a detailed tutorial on how to cut three different types of flay. We have the 180 degrees flay, the 360 degrees flay, and the 720 degrees flay. So if you have been experiencing some difficulties whenever you try to cut a flay skirt, or if you want to know the right calculations so that you can get that perfect cut, then this tutorial is all you need. I can assure you that by the time you are done watching this tutorial, you will no longer find cutting flay skirts a burden. Also, I would like you to subscribe to this channel, give this video a thumbs up and share. Alright, on my paper here, I've gone ahead to write the degree for each flay, the constant for each flay, and the quantity that this would give you. The first one here we have is 180 degree and the constant value is 3.14, and when you use that value you are going to get a half circle. The 180 degrees is also called the half circle flay. The next one is 360 degrees flay. This is the full circle flay and the constant value is 6.28. This will give you just one circle. The third one is the 720 degrees flay and the constant value is 12.56. This will give you two flay, that is double circle. So when you hear double circle flay, we are referring to the 720 degrees flay. The constant value for the 360 degree is what you should know. The other constant value, you don't need to know them offhand. All you need is 6.28. Once you know 6.28, you can get any other flay that you want. All you need to do is, if you want to get 180 degree, divide the 6.28 by 2. If you want to get 720 degree, multiply it by 2. If you want to get 3 flay skirts, the degree is 1080, that is 360 times 3. Multiply 6.28 by 3 and you are going to get your constant. So 6.28 times 3 is 18.84 and this will give you 3 flay skirts. If you want your flay to be 4, multiply 360 degree by 4. That's if you want to know what degree you are working with. 360 times 4 is going to give you 1440. Then for the constant, go ahead and multiply 6.28 times 4. This is the constant value you will be using and this is going to give you 4 flay skirts. So for this tutorial, we are going to be working on 180 degree, 360 degree and 720 degree. So these are the measurements you'll be needing when making a 180 degree flay skirt. Waist circumference. For this tutorial, we are using 5.5 inches plus 1 inch seam allowance, that gives 6.5 inches. Then the length of your skirt. Do you want it short? Do you want it long? Now that depends on you. For this tutorial, I'm making use of 7 inches plus 1 inch seam allowance, that gives 8 inches. And the constant value is 3.14, like I explained earlier. Or you just divide 6.28 by 2, since 180 is half of a circle skirt. So to get your radius, you are going to divide your waist circumference by the constant value. On this piece of paper, I'm going to assume this is our fabric, that's this square that I've just drawn is our fabric folded into 4, right? Then at this corner here, I'm going to measure from the tip 2 inches. That is the value we got. So that value is your radius. When you divide your waist by the constant, whatever value you are getting is called the radius. That is what you are going to measure on your fabric. So since our waist circumference is 6.5 inches, we are going to divide that by 3.14. That gives us 2 inches. So we are going to measure 2 inches from this tip all through. After that, we are now going to take the length of the skirt. From the radius mark here, we are going to measure 8 inches, which is the length of the skirt. We are going to measure from this edge to the other edge. So this is what we are going to be doing on our fabric. Here is the 180 degrees flay all cut out. So I'll quickly use this piece of fabric here to show you how you fold your fabric when you want to cut a 180 degrees flay skirt. So this is it. I'm going to open this up so you can see. Afterwards, I'll fold this into 2. Next, I'm going to pick one edge of this clothes and I'll fold it this way to form a triangle. Afterwards, our radius value of 2 inches is what we are going to be marking down now. So from the tip of these clothes, I'm going to mark down 2 inches from the edge of this clothes to the other end. All you just have to do is turn your tape, ensuring that the tip of your tape aligns with the tip of the fabric. Then from this line that we have just drawn, I'm going to now measure the length of these skirts. So since the length is 8 inches, I'll go ahead and mark 8 inches from this edge through to the other edge. Then I'll go ahead and connect all the points together. Afterwards, I'm going to add my seam allowance to this. So from this line, I'm going to go up by 0.5 inch. Adding your seam allowance to a fillet is very important so that by the time you are done, you won't have an excess waistline. So guys, this is it. Our 180 degrees fillet skirt is ready. As you can see, this is like half of a circle. So this is not a full circle, that is why it is called the half circle fillet skirt. For the 360 degrees fillet skirt, we have the waist to be 5.5 inches plus 1 inch seam allowance, that is 6.5 inches. And we have the length to be 7 inches plus 1 inch for the seam allowance, that gives 8 inches. And for the constant, we have that at 6.28. And our radius is now the waist circumference divided by the constants. Okay, like I explained for the 180 degrees fillet, this area here is our radius. So the radius now is 6.5 divided by 6.28. That gives us 1 inch. I'll go ahead and open up this fabric so you see what it looks like. Then I'm going to fold this into 2, then further fold it into 4. So this is how you fold when you want to cut out your 360 fillet. Then from the top, I'm going to mark down the radius value, which is 1 inch. I'll mark that value from this edge through to the other edge. Then I'm going to connect this together. Afterwards, I'll go ahead and mark down the length of this skirt. We are still using the same length, which is 8 inches. So from this part, I'm just going to measure down 8 inches. And from this point here, I will continue marking and moving my tape as I mark along till I get to the end of this skirt. Afterwards, I'll go ahead and connect all the points together. Once I'm done connecting the points together, I'm going to add my seam allowance to this skirt at the top part like we did for the first one. So I'm going to add my seam of 0.5 inch to this skirt. I'll go ahead and cut out this pattern. So this is basically how to draft and cut the 360 degrees fillet skirt. You can see this is very simple to achieve. Like I said, the only value you need to know is the 6.28. So this is your circle skirt. You can see it's a complete circle. Next, I will fold this so that I can cut one part open. So this part is where you're going to be adding your zipper allowance. So this is what it looks like. If you check the first one that we did, you realize this one is fuller than that one. Alright, the next we have to do is the 720 degree skirt, and this is the last fillet skirt that we'll be drafting in this tutorial. So you can see what the fabric is like. I'll also fold this into 4 like we did for the 360 degrees fillet skirt. So for this tutorial, we are making use of the same measurements, And what we have here after dividing is 0.5 inch. The reason we have 0.5 inch is because our constant is different. The constant value that we are using for the 720 degrees is different. So we just multiplied 6.28 by 2, that gives us 12.56. So at the top here, I'll go ahead and mark 0.5 inch there. When you are making 720 degrees flare skirts, you discover that the waist is smaller. That is the radius. The radius you're working with will be smaller, and that is because this is going to give you double. Alright, so it's like you are going to be getting double of your 360 degrees value. So after marking 0.5 inch there for the radius, I'll go ahead and mark the length of 8 inches onto this fabric. Next, I'll go ahead and connect all the points together. I'm not using a natural human measurement. That is why these measurements I will be using is very small. Alright, so at the waistline there, you realize that we really do not have so much space there. If you're working with a natural human measurement, you will have enough space for your seam allowance at the top. So for that reason, I'm just going to give a little notch at the top area there. Then I'm going to cut another of these circle skirts. Remember, 720 will give you 2 flare skirts, so that is what we're about to do now. So I'm just going to place the first one onto this folded fabric like so, and trace out the first one onto this one beneath it. And that's it guys for the 720 degrees flare skirt. I'll open this up to show you what it looks like. So we have our double circle skirt here. Next, I'm going to open one side up. I'll fold this into two and I'm going to cut through to the area that I opened at the center part. Once I'm done with this, I'm going to do the same thing for this other one. So guys, next is for us to join both of these together, but before we do that, I would like you to hit the subscribe button if you are yet to do so. Give this video a thumbs up and do not forget to turn your post notification bell so you do not miss out on more amazing tutorials from me. Next, I'll take you to a sewing machine and I'm going to join this edge to the other edge like so. You can see the fullness of this, right? You can see how beautiful this looks. Okay, so I'm just going to mark the 0.5 inch seam allowance at this area here. So this is where I'm going to be sewing my band to. Once you are done sewing, you realize that at the end of everything, the waistline of the 180 degree, the 360 degree, and the 720 degree are the same once you are done sewing. I'm going to bring the three together so you see the difference. This is the 180 degrees flare. This is the 360 degrees flare. I'll put them side by side so you see the difference in their volume. Alright. Next, I'm going to bring in the 720 degrees flare and I'm going to place them together. This is a 720 degrees flare now placed together. You can see the difference in the volume. When you are making this, if you want more flare skirt, you should consider the fabric, the quantity of fabric that you will end up using. So you can go for a higher number of flare skirts when you have the fabric that will suffice. I've gone ahead to cut out the waistband and I have 3 of these for the 3 skirts. Now this is it guys. I'm trying to place the waist together so you see what I'm talking about. All the waist must be equal because we use the same waist circumference. So kindly subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, do not forget to share to those that will be interested in watching, and if you want to get updated when I post new tutorials, turn your post notification bell on. Let me know in the comment section if you're going to be trying this out, and let me know which of these flay you prefer the most. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.